What's coming out this season? There's a NieR anime, that's huge. Studio Orange making literally anything, I'm definitely watching that. Oh, this cover looks good. Cutesy as hell, plot seems weird. Who's making this?
Wait.
Studio Bunn? The studio behind Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. It's apparently a joint effort between Studio White Fox and Company, Egg Firm, made specifically for Mushoku Tensei, so that they'd be able to focus on one show in particular as a fledgling studio rather than be bogged down by all their surrounding business, and they ran with it. Mushoku Tensei is a show that waits for no one. It's filled with compelling art, and character, and world design, and doesn't stop growing more intriguing. The way this show presents its ideas, the way it uses those ideas moving forward, the pacing of its story, the emotions, the landscapes, these relationships, the slight sense of mystery that never quite feels solved. The premise nails the landing where it easily could have failed. It manages to have a real impact. The many facets of this show that make so much sense in hindsight, but seem so out of the box of their introduction. It's a seamless, yet ever-changing world that, for many reasons, you can't look away from. This studio went all out to bring everything out of this show. It's one of those cases that, regardless of context or taste, it's hard to deny how good a job they did producing it. Quite an impactful start, nearly from scratch for a studio in this culture. At least, that's what I think. The show covers a lot of problematic material, with good purpose, I think, but it's definitely not for everyone. So what was that new anime? Probably doesn't get any weirder than Mushoku, right? Let's see. Onimai. Wait. What? So yeah, this show is horny. It's not like it goes crazy far with it. The censored version just obscures a bit more of some shots, and entirely removes others. Yeah, it really is horny. To me though, it kinda hits a similar note as Mushoku. Somehow, anime being horny is a universal concept, which is fair enough, but still kind of insane. When a show takes it this far, it feels like it shouldn't work. But the context surrounding it, if the horny doesn't get to you, makes it make sense. Oh yeah, as for context, this dude's a dude, his sister's an ass, but I guess it works out. That's basically it. The show plays it ignorant. There's not much delicacy with the idea of being a girl because he isn't even one. It's a lot of people placing their good intentions in weird places, and it makes the story feel really genuine. In some cases, weirdly genuine. The show takes you through the motions. This character is not in a good place. His sister is doing some absurd things without consulting him at all, but it's because he would never change otherwise. This bizarre situation leads to a lot of real character moments that can mean a lot. It's not disrespectful, it's just incredibly brazen in how it approaches this concept. Again, this is a show that is not nearly without flaws, or more so, will not work for everyone. If there are ideas you can't get past, then I guess it's not for you. But this show might have something worth watching. I mean, look at this art. Kinda reminds me of DIY. I know there's likely not many of you who recognize that title, it's from just a season earlier, but that show had a lot of weirdly good art and animation. That's a really good sign for me. Honestly, it seems like Bunn is just gonna find weird, unorthodox stories about generic shut-in stereotypes that make you actually feel something. They even use some really cool-looking 3D stuff every now and then. I'm no stranger to good 3D anime at this point, and this is a really good style. It seems like they have a great handle on what they want this show to look and feel like. The art, aesthetic, design, everything above and in between. I think there's something great to glean from this show. Above all else, this show is cutesy as hell. This isn't necessarily a recommendation, but I'm willing to look at whatever Bunn is doing right now. Maybe this will tide you over as you wait for more Mushoku or something. I don't know. Have a nice day.